You are in the room,
Excellent.
and we are here. Everybody, I have the fabulous Miss Tarot D, and look at this beautiful new wig that she's wearing, and the beautiful crowning piece that her doting hubby Hector just absolute last minute, like fix this, fix that, but everything is perfect, everything's in place, everything's all set.
And I couldn't do it without him. Fatima,
No.
how are you, my love?
So, Fatima, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. Jane, hello, Miss Dear. Mwah. So, yes, it's so nice to have Miss Tarot D back on my channel again. The last time was so fabulous. I just had to have her back on.
I am
And
in
Nancy, hello,
here.
Nancy. Thank you for everybody for joining us. I'm just all like, whoo. It's like deep breaths, Heather. Oh.
And I'm wearing my new Lionsgate dress.
Yes.
I don't know if you could see my lion prints.
She's got the print. She's got the and well, like Miss Eartha Kitt. And Arwen, hello, Arwen. Thank you for joining us as well. I know it's a busy night. A lot of us are having shows, so thank you for everybody for coming in and saying hello. It is the day before the Lionsgate, and here's my tea. Thank you very much, my dear. Can you close the door? Thank you. Your Hector helps you with your makeup and your wig and your jewelry. Mine helps me with the tea.
So today, actually, if you like the wig, it was a surprise. I was getting dressed, and my husband says, "Don't put on that wig." I said, "But what am I going to wear?" And he popped out this new wig for me.
Love
So
it.
I am very, very happy that I get to showcase this new wig today for all of you.
And Nancy says you look stunning,
Thank you,
as
Nancy.
we all know. And it's a pleasure to see you, Nancy. Thank you. So yeah, Lionsgate. Now, Miss Tarot D and I, we're not big into astrology. I mean, for me, it's very complicated. I get overwhelmed, but I know a little bit here and there. And everyone's been talking about this Lionsgate, and it's apparently a new thing for the last couple of years. But technically, when I did a little bit of research today, I found out that back in ancient Egyptian times, they were, from what they can see from the hieroglyphs and the things that they have found, the writings, they discovered that they were actually marking the exact portal, and what is the portal? And that is when the fixed star Sirius, our planet Earth, and the Orion constellation are aligned in the sky.
Okay.
Allegedly, this time of year is when the sun's magical vitality is at its all-time high, and this energy is supposed to be very potent for manifesting.
Mhm. Well, I don't
And
know about the rest of you, but I've been feeling such a surge of energy these last couple of days. I mean, it's just
mhm,
been really overwhelming. So, I mean, I really think this Lionsgate has really been influencing us already.
mhm,
It's really
yeah,
powerful.
I've had vertigo for the past 3 or 4 days,
Hmm. Hmm.
and I'm thinking, because I'm like, okay, what did I eat that I shouldn't have, and I really haven't. Am I getting enough sleep? Yes. So I've been, and it just may be that it's those energetic shifts that are going on, not just with the star Sirius and Earth and Orion, but the sun's been doing a lot of solar flares. There's been planets within the past couple of weeks that have been retrograde, and I know for me personally, a lot of things in my personal life have kind of shaken up where it comes to relationships and abilities and dreams and all sorts of things. So I
Hmm.
really think, a lot is going on. And just look, I mean, I don't watch the news, but I catch little glimpses here and there. And there's a lot of things going on all over the planet,
Yes.
not just in the United States with, the indictments and everything, but just globally, you know. So yeah, a real shift is taking place, and I'm seeing. Oh my goodness, we're jumping a little bit here.
There's a
Um,
lot of people popping in.
yes.
So, Heather, if I
Yeah.
may, just so we don't forget, if I
Okay.
could just do my little cleansing ritual before we
Oh,
start,
yep.
I
Go
just
right ahead.
everybody knows,
Hello, Samantha.
and we're going
Jane is
to
huge into portals.
sage
Very
away all negativity and ill intent, and we invite all positivity, positive intentions, and messages from our spirits and angel guides and our ancestors to today's readings.
yeah.
And we open ourselves up to the new Lion's Gate and to the
Mm,
portals that lead us to further ascension. Thank you. I always like
blessed
to
be.
do that just before we start.
No, I love that. Very nice. I
Clear
do
the
my pray
space.
before where I ask Archangel Michael, keep me
Mhm,
safe, grounded, keep me, help me not make my, don't allow my ego to interfere with giving messages. And
mhm.
I call him my guide. So very important to do.
Yeah, yeah,
I agree.
yeah. And to go back to what you were saying earlier, you and I,
Yeah.
we've talked. We're novices. We're babies with the
Yes.
astrology. But what's beautiful is so many. We all have different gifts. Because I just looked at the chat and Jane says she's really into portals. And yes, I love that about you, Jane, because when I come to your show, to your broadcast, and you talk about the portals, you help me to see things from a different dimension. And if I go to someone else and they're into astrology, I can go there and I learn something different. So it makes each channel unique. So even though we tend to all kind of travel the same rooms, we're getting a little something different from each of us, and it really enhances our knowledge
Yes.
base and our spirituality. So yeah, so thank you for that, for bringing that up to the table.
Yeah. Because I know whenever I have a question about astrology, usually I'll kind of run and talk to Allison really quick because she's very
Mhm.
familiar with the signs. When it's crystals, if I want to maybe learn a different aspect or I want to share a crystal, I run to Nancy. This Nancy Crone's intuition because of her crystals. And I love that Jane said that she puts crystals under her feet.
Oh,
So me, I
just
would
not in
probably
your
forget
shoes,
they were
girl.
there.
Just
I
not in
get
your
them.
shoes.
Yeah. Oh, you can put people put them in their bras and their, whatever floats your boat or floats
Oh
your
my
crystal.
God. And Fatima, thank you for subscribing. I
Yes.
don't have my keyboard in front of me, so I can't type into the thing, but
So yes, I've been keeping an
appreciate
eye
all
on that. I
that.
wanted to let you know that she did subscribe. Hello, Nancy Riker. We have another Nancy. Thank you for joining us. Jane said they are in my bra too. I knew that. I knew that. I
I'm
knew
gonna
you'd
have
be
to
one of
get some.
those. So the Lionsgate actually starts it started this year on July 28th. Apparently, the gate starts when it's the new moon in Leo. So whatever day that falls in July is the beginning of um, the Lionsgate,
Mhm.
which culminates at its fullest peak, which will be tomorrow, which is 8/8. And what I thought was very interesting in the tarot, the strength card with the line on it is number 8. So
Mhm.
we have another 8 right there. So Miss Tarot D and I brought different cards, different decks with us and what we're going to do. Do you want me to go ahead and explain? Is there anything else that you wanted to add, my dear, before I explain?
No, please, just
Okay.
because I know we have limited time because there's so many shows. So let's
Yeah.
people want to
Alrighty.
get into readings and yeah.
So what I came across on Pinterest because I love Pinterest. Is I get these nice little tarot tips. And there was a tip last week where someone said if you wanted to get a message about rebirth, shuffle, your tarot deck, find in the deck where the death card is, and then you look at the card before it and the card after it, and that gives you a quick little message. And I tried that last Friday when I was live with Allison and Marina, and I really enjoyed doing that. I used the Hermit, as the main focus. So what Miss Tarot D and I are going to do is I'm going to be using Oracle and Tarot, and I found the line cards that were in there, and those are going to be the center of reference for the reading. So what we'll do is we'll shuffle when some, for whoever we're reading, and we'll go through our deck and we'll find one or two before or one or two after, however, you feel, you know, drawn to do, Mr. OD. And we'll go and we'll see what the messages are. So
Mhm.
if there aren't any questions, and Jane's already like me, so if you would like us
Yeah.
to pull for you
Mhm.
energy, and this is going to be, what energies we need to be aware of or present to, as we culminate tomorrow um, on the Lionsgate. So I have Jane. So we will start with Miss Jane, and I'll keep an eye on. Okay, Arwen.
So I'm using just the Robin Wood deck that was gifted to me from Gerald. As for my tarot
Thank
deck,
you.
and then for my Oracle deck, I was telling Heather because there's such a cosmic influence. The Cosmic Journal Oracle by Yankin Silver.
Nice.
So I thought if somebody wants definitely an oracle, just let me know. Or if you just want me to go with my initial feeling, should it be tarot oracle? I have a feeling Jane wants an oracle card.
Well, she says I'm the Hierophant,
She
and
is.
I believe that.
And she's my empress. We love me.
Oh, how beautiful.
Spirit.
Okay, where is there we go. Go right ahead. You're my guest.
Jane, I swear, you cannot make this up. All right. Before the show, I was telling Heather that I was shuffling this Oracle deck all day long, and 3 times this card had come up. Now, look what just popped up. Okay.
Again, so this is for everybody, I think. This could be a very strong collective for everybody.
3, 2, 1, jump. Okay. So, Jane, I don't know what you got, what you have on the drawing board, what you are planning, what you have a desire to do but are feeling hesitant about. But this is kind of like the fool. Take that leap of faith, close your eyes. 1, 3, 2, 1, jump right into it. Okay. Don't be afraid of it, whatever it is. Take that leap of faith. Okay. Let me see if I could. It's hard with the lighting here. I know. I'm sorry. And do you see that triangle? It almost reminds me of a portal for you, Jane. So it's 3, 2, 1, jump in and move to the next level. So I don't know what you have on your drawing board, but it's time to make a move. Whatever was holding you back, just go for it, my love. Go for it. Okay. Um, and I see a heart moving forward. I see, you're good. This is definitely a project of passion that you want to do.
Beautiful.
I'm on life path 5. That's okay. Mm-hmm. So, Jane, I hope that makes sense. But this is the 4th time today this card has come out. Weird.
Wow. So, Jane, are you? Oh, sorry. Are you done? Before I'm just going to take this down here. Remove comment so she can see my card. And I saw someone pop in. Want to say hi? Hi, Dina, Shaw woman. So this is the best. I mean, you can't get more of a Leo portal right here. So in my Star Tarot, this is the 7 of Wands. So this is very Leo. This is very Lionsgate portal. And of course, 7 of Wands. And what stood out with me today is that Wands represents you with conflicts that challenge your inner power, your life force. Now, with this, if anybody has this deck, they know that the author is very. I mean, it's a very thick book. She goes heavily into the symbolism in all the cards. Um, but so this is like the center. This is the energy that's going to be I can't even talk tonight. Culminating tomorrow. The first card before that, Jane, was, it's interesting. That was Seven of Wands, and I got Seven of Cups. So
Mm.
I agree with Miss Tarot D. You have a lot of things going on. You've got different projects in mind. You've got different things going on in your life. You got a lot going on, especially emotionally too. So this is positive. Some of it's, is a little heavy. I know recently, your hubby, wasn't well. And that's very emotional. That's very cups. So just prior to the Lionsgate, you have a lot of things going on. And I know in a lot of decks, the Seven of Cups represents like disillusion, fantasy and stuff. But for me, it's just a beautiful, and like with the dove, there's a freedom. There's a freedom. You have all these different cups, all these different choices, and with it being cups and being associated with emotions, to use that intuition to guide you to which cup or cups that you want to work with. Of course, we don't want too many all at once because then we lose our focus.
Yeah.
But that culminating with that fiery, Seven of Wands, standing in your spiritual center. This is who I am. Hear me roar. This is that energy that's coming out. And moving forward, I did get the Ten of Swords.
Mm-hmm.
So usually Ten of Swords, you see, it's kind of like a very, heavy, a very dark image. But with the Ten of Swords, like with any tens, it's a completion. So you're going to be moving out of this Leo gate and these Ten of Swords, which makes you feel like necessarily you hit rock bottom emotionally, physically, whatever it is. It's the ending. It's like, okay, you're laying down, you're rested, there's no more to do, and all you can do from at this point is go up. And you're going to be energized. You're going to have that beautiful rainbow energy, and you have that beautiful heart center that's lighting up. So you're going to be walking away from all this heaviness, and you're going to be feeling light, and you're going to be moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
And so those are my cards for you, Jane.
Yeah, and Jane said that two
That resonates.
sevens is a 5.
Yep, 77145.
So yeah, which
And
is her number as the Hierophant.
oh wow, there you go. And this is Septina. Hello, my dear. Thank you for popping in and saying hello. You're welcome, Jane. So let me unstar, and our next person is Arwen. And I didn't have to even think about what deck. I already knew immediately. It was just like that deck. I'm like, okay, I have decks galore in front of me. So here we go. Everyone's going to love the image of the line in this deck. For you, Arwen, I'm going to be using the Oracle of the Seven Energies. Yes, Sabina, great numerology. And fives can be a challenge, but at the same time, it's a coming together of all the elements and spirit. So you have that strength behind the five as well to get you through those moments of conflict or a little bit of strife or that difficulty. You have that little edge, that little nudge to get you over into the sixes. So, yeah, I was never good at math. But I'm acquiring a new sense of respect and understanding for numbers. Did you want me to go ahead, or are you ready, my dear?
I can go.
Okay.
Arwen, so I did the card before and after the strength card. So this is the strength card from the Robin Wood deck. Then the card before was the Queen of Cups. Sorry about the glare. And the card after is the Judgment, which is also a beautiful card. Very bright and sunny in a phoenix. And I'm almost getting the sense of I don't know if you are a water sign or if you know someone that you've been coming closer to who's a water sign, Pisces, uh, Scorpio. Um, I'm forgetting one. Who's the other one? My old age is. Somebody remind me the third water sign. Oh, Miss Teradi's forgetting
Oh,
her.
Pisces, Aquarius. No, not Aquarius. That's air. Pisces, Cancer, and
Cancer. Thank you, Cancer.
oh, was it Cancer?
I no wonder I'm forgetting that one. Uh,
Crabs. Oh,
in
how did I say
judgment,
that?
and it almost seems like you're coming. You're coming to. I'm a Leo. Okay, she's a Leo. She's like me. We're Leos. August 15th. When's yours, by the way? We could celebrate. Uh, it almost seems like there's a rebirth of love in your life, of being around feminine energy of positivity, support, compassion, and caring. Um, I don't know if this was something that has taken you a while to get used to or come to, but it seems through the judgment card like a rebirth of coming from the old back into the new. You've done a lot of self-reflection, a lot of work to get to that point where you're feeling a little bit more comfortable. And when the, the this energy comes towards you, you're going to be able to receive it. You're going to be able to receive it. It's not going to be scary. It's not going to feel uncomfortable. It's going to feel like you're ready for it. Whatever you've been doing to prepare to come to this point, you are now able to receive love and compassion from others and from self. Okay. Um, so just, it has definitely taken me a long time to get here.
Yeah, and her birthday was the first, so a very belated happy birthday to Miss Arwen. But
Yeah.
yes, I think a
So,
lot of us are going through this. You know, always needing to be reminded to self love
yeah, but
because
I
we
really
forgive
want,
others so much easily, but when it comes to us, we don't give that to ourselves.
yeah, but I really want you to congratulate yourself because the judgment card, I think it is a card of reminding us that we, we've we've done the work. It's to me, it's almost like a reward card. It's like I've done the work. I've evolved. I'm resurrected. I'm ascending. You know, we talk about the death card as a transition. Well, right, you know, after death comes the resurrection. So, you know, whatever transitional work you've been doing, you've now come to a point of celebration, of celebrating self. And once you do that, you just open up yourself to so many beautiful possibilities. And always remember, once you can love yourself, you could really love others, you know. So maybe this is you. Maybe this is you, the Queen of Cups, ready to share that love that you are now ready to receive. You're going to give it, you're going to receive it and give it. I hope that was helpful.
That was beautiful. And I'm just typing your message. Yes, Claudia, I already got you in there. We have time for you, my dear. So you're ready. You have to go. Bye, Jane. Thank you. Give our best to hubby. So here, let me put this down here. And so this is the Lion's card in the Oracle of the Seven Energies. Look at that. Waking the Lion. So this is perfect for you, Arwen, see that you're a Leo. Um, so just magnificent right there. So waking the lion, getting those energies that are here. Well, just really quick because the Leo is right before your first card. It's the courage to move forward even without knowing the way, facing that which is difficult or painful, the audacity to step into the unknown. So that's the Lions card, in this deck for the readings tonight. The card right before that was I got is a merry motive, And this here is asking you, well, in the recent past, you were questioning your motives. Um, the momentum your attention creates is the wisdom that's behind your intention. So, moving forward in the recent past, you have been laying plans out. You've been questioning your motive. I know Friday we did a reading for you in regards to a job that you just walked away from, and that took a lot of courage to do. And like, again, courage of Leo, the lion. And you took that step forward. You made sure that, okay, this is what I want. This is not what I do want. You knew what your motives were. You knew what you were. And it says right here, do you truly want what you're pursuing, or are you chasing a destination with the anticipation of how it will make others feel about you, or you feel about yourself, which is just what Miss Tarot D was talking about with that Queen of Cups. So this is just the recent past. So making sure that your decision, which I feel you did for yourself, for the love of yourself, and for what you want to do for yourself to move forward, you have that. It's right there, and that's extremely powerful. And in the upcoming future, the next card is feeling the world. And for me, this is about just not feeling um, our emotions, but feeling those around us. And I know that you are also you do energy healing for people, so you have that automatic sense of you're a natural born empath. I mean, we're all empaths, but you have that beautiful balance of fire and water where you can it's like the temperance. You have a beautiful balance, you have that alchemy. You know how to temper both. You know how to deliver, the water, the emotions with that fire and of your creativity, of your spirit. And so you're feeling the world, and you're looking at the world, and you're sending yourself and your love into that world, but also to make sure too that when you look into the waters of that earth and you see your reflection too, to make sure that you see yourself in the earth and that you need to give as well. And I will leave it at that.
Mm, beautiful, beautiful.
And let me check. You truly want it, I know you do.
Mm-hmm. So
um
we have Captain
Hello, Captain
Morgan
Morgan. Hello, Captain,
and
welcome. Nancy, did you get me, Heather? I was looking for the big me's. Let me see. No, I did
and
see a large me, so I will put you in, Nancy. Okay, so you have been added. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. And our next request is from Fatima. Let's see. Do I want? Oh, okay. We'll use this deck.
message from Spirit. Oh,
I'm sorry, Nancy. I
interesting.
didn't mean to miss you, hon. I did my best, but you are on the list.
Mm-hmm. This is cool. Well, Fatima, wait till you hear this card from Spirit. Ah, sometimes when these cards come out, I get goosebumps.
Mm-hmm.
Um, So are you ready, hon? So the card that came out from the Cosmic Journey Oracle, right into this reality, and it's WRITE.
Mm.
So, Fatima, I don't know if you are journaling or you're writing a book or you're doing some kind of creative thing, but I'm getting goosebumps because this is such a card of manifestation, kind of like the magician. It's a card where spirit is saying what you utter, what you write, what you put forth in the universe will manifest into being. So I don't know, and I wish this was interactive so I can really get a sense from you if this is currently one of your passions or desires about writing or journaling or art or something. Um, but the main message from Spirit is um, you are at how's I'm trying to find the right word. It's not level, it's not plane, it's not dimension. You are just at the epics. The epics. Is that the right word? I hope so. Spirit, help me out.
Sounds good to me.
Uh, where you are primed that whatever creative aspect of your life or whatever you need, you can manifest it into existence at this point. So do not let this opportunity go by you. Do not sleep on it. Um,
Just saying, Pisces been sending blessings to the world.
yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah. This is actually your point, your time to, you are a magical being that I already know. But this is like where everything's just like supercharged for you. That, what you say, what you do, it's going to be tenfold.
Mm-hmm.
So Spirit is smiling on you. I don't know if you saw when I was shuffling, I was kind of grinning, and that's because I was getting this spirit smile, spirit's emotion towards you and towards the card. And it was just such, the cosmic forces are very happy with you right now. You can do no wrong. Take advantage of this time. This is your rewards for everything you've been doing. Take advantage, manifest what you desire, and let it be created. So I hope that helps.
Wow. Beautiful. I mean, that's powerful. I love that. And really quick, hello, Ange, Roots and Waves. So good to see you, sweetheart. Thank you for popping in. So Fatima, I'm using Colette Baron Reed's The Good Tarot for your reading. And the Leo, she has now in this deck, she uses the lion 3 times, which is a little over much for me, but I wanted to pick out which lion felt like the lion's gate. And I went with the traditional, the strength card. And I just absolutely love the artwork in this deck. And for her, it's usually the word strength, but she used the word endurance in this one. And it says here, know that everything occurs in divine appropriate timing. I have courage as I manifest miracles. I am strong enough to move mountains and overcome any obstacles inside or out. So that's the card, the Leo card, for your reading. Now, the other card I had was the King of Air, and just absolutely beautiful. I love. I every time I go and look at this, it's like I'm looking at them for the first time because the artwork is so beautiful. And the King of Air is about intellectual authority, reason over instinct, intellect over passion, successful negotiations, rules, and laws. So just prior to this Lionsgate tomorrow, you have just been very, you're standing in your truth. You know what your truth is. And you're very passionate about what it is that you believe in. And the one, because in Colette's book, I'm going to show everybody really quick. She offers questions for prompts, for journaling, for writing. So here, this is, not just for you, Fatima, but for everybody to keep those journals. And when you hear certain questions, especially during readings, if a question is prompted to you, that's a great thing to put down in the journal and let that sit maybe for a few days. Go back to it, reread it, or to write, but just kind of let that sink in. And what stands to me out of this is, do I see how the foundations of the past affect the present and the future? And I believe you do. And especially with the writing, you're writing this down. You're writing your experiences. You're writing your story. like what Miss Terrell D said with writing, I don't know if this is just writing that's therapeutic, or if you have a thought maybe in the back of your head that maybe this might be something that would be a book, something that somebody might want to read. Just going to put that out there.
Mm-hmm.
And in the upcoming future, right after the Lionsgate, this is the upcoming present or upcoming future. I don't go too far because, you know, time's not the same in spirit as it is here on Earth, on our plane, in our dimension. And I have the three of air. I know that's traditionally, a picture of a heart with three swords in it, but the three of air is very empowering because you see her walking away from something that no longer serves her. And this is an air. This is another thought again. So this may be thoughts that you might have once held about yourself, or maybe another individual that no longer serve or feels right, and that you're walking away. Or this could be walking away from somebody who did say something that you knew in your heart that was that you just could not have that particular individual or thought, or I heard mantra, you know, in your head that you had to release.
Mm-hmm.
And under here it says it's all about natural departures and silver linings, but rejection is God's protection. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what's really standing out. And it says here, a third party helps me to see the truth of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
So moving in with this lionscape, this energy is there. It's showing that you're strong. You have the strength, you have the endurance to be able to stand on your own, to stand in your power, and to move forward. And again, I think the writing, you know, the journaling will help
Yeah,
you heal and process what it is that you're
yeah,
going through moving
yeah,
forward.
yeah. And I'm reading this, and one of your brothers offended you a lot, and maybe this is what it's really about.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, hon. Yeah.
It's to really get these feelings out. Um, and I really do believe now is the time. Now is the time where you're going to get justice. Now is the time where you're going to be heard.
Hmm.
I think this is now a breakthrough point, a cathartic moment. And what was interesting was that you had two air signs, and the king of air is all about communication.
Hmm.
It's all about communication. Air's a communication sign, and now is the time to really begin that dialogue, whether it's with the actual person or just to put it out there for yourself.
And I'm
Get it off.
thinking that maybe this is her brother. There's the male aspect.
Hmm.
So this could also represent the family and the male that, um, that feels like what I believe and what we believe is what I mean, that kind of, but it shows that you have that strength. You are your own person. You have your own thoughts. You know what's in your heart, and you know your truth. And moving forward, that's all you need.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
And let's see. Yes, Cheyenne, I gave you a wrench. I went through earlier and gave some people wrenches
Oh, you
because
have
they've
to
been so
teach me how to do
supportive.
that.
So she's saying hello to us. This is Cheyenne. Okay, so next person up is Cat Mama Meow, and her name is Claudia.
Claudia,
And Claudia is actually a writer.
really?
So that's interesting. Yes, you forget. Well, of course you did, because that's, you don't want to hold that in, into yourself. That's that's your energy. That's, the beauty of you is that you can forgive, but you have to remember that we need to put those healthy boundaries around us. And looking at the cards, it looks like that's what you're in the process of doing. You're putting those. You can love them with all your heart, but you have to put those healthy boundaries up for your peace of mind and for your health.
Hmm.
Okay, Claudia. Oh, I know what deck I'm using, Claudia.
Claudia said, "This is the first time that I'm reading for her." Okay, my
How
love.
exciting. And she says you and her are friends on Facebook.
Hmm.
I didn't know that. I know I've been
And
all the subscribers.
Claudio is the name of my brother who passed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I'm going to ask him to, if he's willing to speak with us for a message for you.
I didn't realize you lost a brother. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
I lost a brother too. He took his life.
Yeah, yeah. It was that terrible COVID era.
Oh, sure, Claudia. Go ahead and hit me up. I'm not hard to find on Facebook. Sometimes I get hit with
Interesting.
so many requests, I just can't accept them all, or else I would never be able to keep up with the people that are in my inner circle. Okay, Claudia, Lionsgate Energy. Oh, I opened right up to the card. Awesome. I love when that happens. Ooh,
Hmm.
Claudia, I like. Very cool.
I'm getting a lot of fire cards today. It's really interesting. Claudia, you ready? So, the two cards that surrounded the strength card were the Ace of Cups and the Knight of Wands. I'm getting, once again, a lot of passion. A lot of, I wonder if it's this Lionsgate that's getting everybody's juices going and everybody's motivated and everybody's just going, because I'm seeing, like we saw earlier with the creative writing and manifesting, I'm seeing the birth of something new of your intuition, of your love, that your passion, and you're like just on fire with it, and you are just ready to go and move it. So whatever you might have put to the side, or maybe something you haven't done yet but you've desired, now you feel you're ready to do it, and you have this energy to like get up and go. You just want to get up and go. You want to move full speed ahead, and it's the beginning of a new love. It's the beginning of something new that's going to bring you a lot of satisfaction, a lot of love, a lot of fulfillment. um, and which is also very interesting, because this was the first time I'm reading for you, like you said. So I actually pulled an oracle card. I cheated a little just for you.
Oh,
And the oracle card is, you cannot pour from an empty cup. So I'm almost now getting the sense, when I look at these three cards together, that maybe this get up and go to ignite this new passion and love is to ignite the passion and love for self. It's time to do you, girl. It's time to get you going. It's time to get you lit on fire. Because if you are not fulfilled, if you are not happy, then you are not ready and you're not ready to give love to the rest of anyone else, because you're pouring from, you can't pour from an empty cup. Ooh, my passion is
yeah.
be a fairy godmother. Yes. Yes. I'm just a
Bibbidi
fairy.
bobbidi
I'm not
boo.
a godmother, but yes.
Very nice.
And you
It's
can
like,
make that
woohoo,
happen.
yay. Wow, that's wonderful. I didn't mean to cut you off. Was that, did you have anything else, my dear?
No, no, we're good.
Oh,
We're good.
okay.
Oh,
So,
Tristan.
Claudia, for you, I got the Muse Tarot. And this is the card, the strength card for the Muse. And it's one of my favorites. I just love it. He's carrying her around. She's in her red, and red for me is a strong color of strength. So I'm going to be just very blunt here. You know, red is the color of passion. It can be also a color of aggression, but it's our lower chakra. It's our one of the connections that we have to Earth. The red is the fiery passion, and it's also the color of a women's menses. So we we have our strength in our blood. We are, I love this, that we are woman and we are strong, but yet we don't have to, like with the strength card with the lion, we don't have to overcome the lion. We are the lion. We connect. They recognize each other's spirit from what I'm hearing. That's something new. I've never heard of that before. For reading with that. So that's the lion card for tomorrow. So just before that, in your recent past, I have is the hermit, and this is beautiful. This is what we were pulling on Friday. So you're getting another hermit. I got spayed a few years back. Oh my God, you're too much, Claudia. Um, and what stood out with me in Chris Ann's deck, because Chris Ann is a poet, so she writes poetry, in her books as well. And the writing prompt for this is called Sacred Solace, or
Mm.
Solace, however you want to pronounce it. And what jumped out for me, and I grabbed my highlighter for you, was listening to your heart and finding your voice. And in your recent past, coming into the Lionsgate, you have been doing that. And you are finding that you are taking that energy, you're taking that power, but you're not overpower. You're standing in your power, but you're not overpowering. You embrace your power, but you don't want power over others. Like you said, you're that fairy godmother. You like to be able to guide, and to direct. And the upcoming card that follows the Lion's card I have is the High Priestess.
Mm. It's a
And
beautiful high priestess.
and these are all major arcana for Claudia. So the High Priestess, you are connecting with your intuition. After this Lionsgate, I think that a lot of us is going to be opening up. You're going to be trusting your intuition more. You're going to be exploring your intuition more, your abilities more, especially with the writing. Maybe even, I know you do certain type of novels or novelettes, you said, but maybe start channeling. I don't know if you ever do automatic writing. That might be something moving forward. And with the priestess card too, is that you said you like to be a fairy godmother, which means you like to give people and guide people. This could also be the status of a high priestess, where they would direct and guide, you know, young women into understanding and embracing their divine feminine power, their strengths, their abilities, and honoring that and acknowledging their sovereignty and
Mm.
their sovereignty over their bodies and their thoughts. So very powerful cards. I write kids books. Well, it may you well, okay, kids books, because right now, at least at my Barnes and Noble, when you walk in the front door, remember how the metaphysical used to be always straight in the back? Now you have, here's, like new releases, but here now you have the self, the spiritual guidance. You have the metaphysical books. You have the tarot cards. So it's becoming more mainstream. People are able to more openly teach their kids about meditation, their intuition, learning how to trust. In a live I just saw a little while ago with Terry, it was learning how to trust what your tummy says. A mother taught their daughter, what does your tummy say about a situation, or making a decision. So even though you do children's books, you may want to start moving towards a younger adult, perhaps, and start doing stories where it shows young women being empowered, not needing to be rescued, not in the traditional, fairy tale sense role of, you know, the helpless, maiden, come rescue me. I think a lot of what you are um, able to give and to channel and to teach with your talents and spirituality would be just to really help these young women find their strength and their endurance, and that beautiful moon too behind her. So yeah, and
Yeah.
I'll end that there. Juliet and El, El, Elodora are empowered. Girl, you need to read my book. Okay, there you go. So you're already doing that. So it's
Yeah.
wonderful. Perfect.
Claudia, I don't know if I it's interesting because I'm thinking of, there's drag story hour at the libraries at some places. Not everywhere has them. And
Oh,
I could just picture you because, you want to be a fairy godmother. I could just see you as this beautiful fairy godmother reading your beautiful books to children in a bookstore or in a library, and just bringing the love of reading back to children and just being your beautiful fairy godmother, giving your gifts to the little ones. I don't know if if they, but you could definitely join drag story hour or do your own thing, and volunteer, as a fairy godmother to children reading your body positive books, which are so needed. I just had this
yes.
whole conversation with my niece and her Instagram and what.
Yeah. I'm glad I'm not a young girl in this day and time because I don't know how they handle it. I don't
Well,
think
I
I
am
would
a
be able
young
to.
girl. I just don't put all my goods out there right now.
A lot of them do. And what I want to share with everybody that you just shared was I think about it's been a good 6 or 7 years, but at one point we had a couple times a festival called the Fairy Festival, and one of our local ladies, she would dress up in a beautiful purpley white gown. She would put Christmas lights that didn't need to be plugged in. It would be she would put it within the taffeta of her
Hmm.
dress. Her name was Miss Violet. She was the fairy godmother, and we would lead a parade, and young kids could come dress up with fairy wings, butterfly wings, everything. We would stroll down to the main part of the Niagara Falls Park, turn around, come back, and then she would be given a book and she would read to everybody, all the kids in the audience. So when you were saying that story, I was reliving one of those beautiful moments that I had, because I would walk with her a couple times, and it's just beautiful. So I love that.
Yeah.
She says she has done some Barnes and Noble. There you go.
Okay. See. So
Wonderful.
spirit was communicating. It was validating what you have done, and that's also validating that maybe you need to do it again.
And she says, I
Um,
often give away wings to my readers. Oh my God, Claudia, that's awesome. I love that.
okay.
Um, Thank you, Cheyenne.
So Mama, for your first reading with me, I think we resonated with each other. That was beautiful.
Very much so. So we have Nancy. Our last read is Nancy.
Yeah.
Nancy, are you still with us? And I apologize again for not seeing your me, sooner. Let us know if you're still here, Nancy, and we'll give you your reading. We're at 7:53, so this will lead us right into an hour. And I haven't gotten any other requests for pulling cards. So, and if Nancy left, we could always do a collective too, but give it a few seconds here. Nancy, are you still here, my dear? Chlorophyll. Oh, hi, Sylvia. I call for Nancy and I get Sylvia. Yes, there she is. Hi, Nancy. Okay. No problem, my dear. Yet Sylvia's from New York too. So
We
very
love our New
nice.
Yorkers. Nancy, was there a
So right.
particular question, or is it general? Is it?
I think it's just based on the theme tonight, the Lionsgate energetic readings. And we'll see what and her name is Nancy Riker. So thank you, Nancy, and I'm going to grab my energies of the Oracle of the Seven energies again. I just love the lion in this one.
Interesting.
Yes, she is Sylvia. Isn't that beautiful? That wig just came right in today. This perfect timing. Your wig is being admired. That's
Oh, thank you.
beautiful. Purple. Color of royalty.
It was a gift from my husband tonight. I didn't know I was getting it. I was
Mm.
getting dressed, and he told me not to wear my wig, and I was like, "Well, what am I going to wear?" And then he pulled this out of the
I love
box. And
that.
Heather saw us together as he was trying to get it on my head and fix it. It was
It was
falling, and
fun. They were so cute.
it was like a comedy show. So I used, I don't know. I went back to the Awakening deck. And that's been a deck that I've been really vibing with lately. I've been using it a lot, and I just felt drawn to it for you. Um, and the Strength card in the Awakening deck is really cool. I don't know if you could see her.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that cool? She's very
Yes. I
empowered.
like the
Very,
colors.
yeah. I just love this card. Um, she's just reminds me of a very strong feminine energy who's doing her own thing. Doesn't need to, it's not this little docile little person, but somebody in her own power. And I guess that's why it's being drawn for you, or I got drawn to that because maybe that's who you are. Someone in their own power who knows who they are. The card that came before that was the Emperor upside down, reverse. So we all know, the Emperor tends to be, an energy of stability, of organization, of authority. It's not always, and a regular, the Emperor ups right side up is, a lot of the positive attributes of all that. The Emperor in reverse kind of gives me the message of disorganization, lack of stability, not feeling grounded, because usually the Emperor is sitting in a very strong cement or throne, which reminds us, kind of grounds us. We feel grounded, we feel stable. And in reverse, he's not really feeling grounded, not feeling supported, doesn't have a place to lay his ass, let alone his head. And I don't know if you were coming from that energy of just things being a little helter-skelter, a little confused, a little unorganized. And what I see you moving into is the world. So maybe this has to do with the Lionsgate, that all this change in cosmic energy has been making you feel a little unraveled. And now that when we move beyond this portal, beyond this energy, this cosmic energy, you're going to come into yourself again. And if you look, it's interesting because not only is it the world, but to me, this is always a portal. You see, you are walking through your own portal. And the world in this card is also holding two wands. So kind of like the magician who holds the wand of manifestation, has above, so below. So does the world. She has two wands of manifestation, of fulfillment, of empowerment. Okay, she has. Okay, so you're saying you haven't been feeling well, but you pray to get better? Yeah. And you are. I mean, I think this is what the cards in spirit is saying is, you really came from this point where things were just not, and you are going to be moving towards better days, Yeah. And I love it that in the world, I mean, we all read tarot cards, we all know, and, you have the angel and the eagle and the lion and the bull there. They mean, for some people, they mean the different elements. Other people, they represent different angels. Everybody tends to interpret those a little different. But the main message here is that you are not alone. that you are surrounded by spiritual beings and human beings that support you during this time of challenges, of stress, to help you get to your better self. So I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, it's Heather's fault. So just look at it this way.
Just blaming. I don't know. But no, I think Miss Tarot D is onto something. So Nancy, again, in this deck, this is the Waking the Lion. This is beautiful. So this is that culmination of energy coming up to tomorrow. And the card before this I have is Great Big Love. And the first line is love heals all wounds, begins all life. And that's the first line in there. So you're saying that you haven't been feeling well, but love heals all wounds. And this card also represents love without conditions. It can also represent romantic love, but it's also the it also represents deep and profound harmonious connections that you have, not just with others, but with yourself, with your body, with your spirit, with your thoughts, with your whole being, your higher self. Um, there's just so much that she says about this card, and what I'm going this is what I'm going this is what I'm being drawn to point out with this card. It says here, it sustains you when you are starving for grace, and this is what she's talking about love. When you stumble and fall, and when you lose sight of your purpose and fall prey to the limited perspective of the ego. Now is the time to fall in love and call in the awareness of the great big love that made you, which is ever pulsing through your veins. So while you're going through this time of not feeling well, just knowing that your love for not just yourself, but your love that you have that with your connection with your spiritual self, with your higher power, um, whatever you call as your spirit team, um, you have such a big love for them, and they feel that and they send that back to you. They said, love gives your heart's wings, and I think that's part of the image with the wings, being put on the heart. And what's also beautiful is that the energy's coming through the heart. For me, this feels like a higher power, like the great spirit universe, however you want to call it. And it's sending this love down, and this is coming in through you, into the top of your head and through into your body. And just imagining that beautiful healing light just coming through you. And to go with Mr. O D, your world card, I have Awakening the Genius. And this is all about the spirit of creative expression, bringing forth new formation, birthing, knowing that your ideas matter. So this is culminating in you stepping into your own power. You are taking your healing into your own hands. You're taking your spirituality into your own hands, and you are connecting. Again, I just keep getting you are connecting with a profound, a stronger sense of connection. I mean, you've always had it, but with this Lionsgate, it seems to your heart feels is like it's getting bigger, your energy is getting stronger. Know that you are healing, that healing is coming through you. And as this concludes, you're going to be moving into a phase in your life where you do have a more profound, it's an awakening. It says right there, it's awakening. It's going to be, um, and you said your angels. Well, this card, is full of wings. So there's your angels, there's your higher power coming to you. This feels too like a very strong spirit guide, or represents one of your strong spirit guides coming forward to let you know that they're there to help you walk through this portal, that they're there with you at your side, guiding you, and you just have to trust in your heart that all things are going to be coming together as they should be at this time. I hope that makes sense. And that's where I'm going to end with that reading. But you know, when you said that pull that roll card with all the colors, and I pulled this, and it's just like, and it's kind of hard to see, but there's like a portal light coming up from the top of the head, and there's also like a circular um, um, object in the back. So it's like coming through again that portal, that gateway, coming into your higher consciousness, and you're meeting. You know, you're that it's that meeting of spirit.
Mm.
You're the spirit of who you are, um, your soul spirit, you know, recognize it like namaste. I recognize, you know, the God in me recognizes the God in you, kind of like moment. And so I hope that helps, my dear. And I hope you feel better soon.
Yeah.
Just gotta believe. And so we are at 105. Did you want to do a collective
Sure.
for everybody? And then we will end our live. And thank you again, everyone, for coming up, um, coming in, showing us your love and your support. Thank you for letting us read for you. A lot of beautiful, powerful messages tonight. I'm so thankful that Ms. Tiro D agreed to join me today. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
I'm just grateful that you invited me and we were
Oh,
able to find a date. And Colorful said I shouldn't blame you. I should blame
uh,
the new wig. And she's right.
uh, no blame. Everything is as it should be. And for me, it wasn't
Yes.
touching and it was endearing. And that made my heart feel good. So them working together to get things right made my heart feel good, because I
Yes.
love when I see real love, you know, interacting with one another.
There's a
So,
lot of love. There is a lot of love. You
yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
There's somebody starred. Yeah, we did. Okay.
So this is going to be for the collective.
Mm. I'm really loving this Cosmic Journey Oracle deck. I really am.
Mm.
It has some beautiful, beautiful messages from Spirit.
Okay. Wow. Ooh. Okay. Wow.
Wow.
Hmm.
And it's so apropos with what's happening and what we're doing here tonight. Um, Cat Mama, thank you. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I had a rough weekend, as you know, after my
Mm-hmm.
treatments. It feels like I have really bad flu. But today I was feeling much, much better, and I was happy because I look forward to doing these events. I really do.
Me too.
Okay, so for the collective, um, I'm going to read the message on the card, and then I'm going to point out some little designs on the card. You contain the entire universe encoded within you. That's deep.
Mm-hmm.
That, you know, the universe is within us. We often try to reach out into the universe, and sometimes we just have to remember it's already encoded in our DNA, in our cellular cells. We are not separate from the universe. We are part of the universe. We are mixed. And I'm saying this is really interesting because we're talking about the Lion's Gate, and I hope you could see it. On this card, if you look at the sun,
Yes.
it looks like a gate the way it's designed, like a
Mm-hmm.
portal. And then when you look further down, it's got a little flash drive from the universe, and this is us.
Yep.
So we are, and isn't that what's, I'm sorry,
Downloads
I'm
or
here.
whatever. Oh, you can see it. Yes.
Isn't that what's currently happening? We're all feeling the effects of the Lion's Gate, and the universe is downloading messages to us in our sleep and in our meditations and just in our daily practice, in our daily being. So when I saw this as a collective message, it was really deep because I was like, wow, what a great reminder to all of us,
Mm-hmm.
that we are part of universe. Universe is part of us. And we are at the the juncture point of having this download of energy poured into us to refresh us, to rebuild us, to give us messages so that we can move to the next level of what we need to do or how we need to be. So I hope that was a meaningful card for the collective.
When you were talking about the universe being us and us being the universe, what popped into my head and I wrote it down is that we are an expression of the universe. So, like the planets are an expression, we are an expression. We're all an expression of the divine power of the universe. I ended up, picking quite a few cards, but they're just, I'm going to be really brief with these. So, again, there's the Waking the Lion for those coming in the chat. I know Ginger just popped in. So, Ginger, this was one of the main cards in the readings tonight. This beautiful lion energy that's coming in and be full speed tomorrow on the 8th. But time machine, there's a portal. The land between time, the land between. And so again, just before coming up to the portal, we're already stepping into it. We're connecting with the other side. We're joining ourselves with the other side, like the universe joining us being part of the universe. And it shows that there's that beautiful sacred temple at the top. So we're coming together and we're joining as one and moving forward. Hopefully, there'll be a time when there's going to be more harmonious, our relationships with others, hopefully with ourselves as well. We're going to start moving into more of a more harmonious period of time in our lives. And not to forget, we're going to have that little extra burst of magic. So use that energy and allow that energy of the portal that inspired us to trust in the beauty of our magic. You know, we'll be inspired to start trusting and tapping into the magic, the power of who we are, tapping into that universal energy that is a part of us, that that like the universe has, that creates. So and I just love the lotus too, because because it grows in the mud, it grows in the dark, and it takes a while for that to come up. Because they say with no mud, no bloom. So you go through that darkness, and when you come up to the surface of the water, and you blossom and you grow and you release the magic to the world. So those are the messages from those cards for this evening.
Beautiful.
And hello, Carrie. We are just finishing up, but thank you for popping in and saying hello. Everybody, Miss Tarot D's channel is in the description. Please go ahead and subscribe. She's doing videos again. Yay. So nice to have you back. And do you have any other lives that you're going to be doing this week, or collabs that you want to share with everybody?
No, you were the last one on the books. I know Jane and I are supposed to plan one.
Nice.
It's a little harder because she does hers early in the morning, and this old broad can't get up that early. But we are planning to do one. And I see Cat Mama just invited me. I think it's for me. You are welcome to drop by my channel as well. Okay.
I know you had a channel. Oh my goodness! I'm going to have to go check out Cat Mama now. Okay.
And did I see Viviani earlier on?
Yes, Viviani had popped in.
Viviani, can I just say how much I adore you?
Oh, I hope she's still here.
You are always there as a moderator, as a helper, in keeping the chats going, in keeping the rooms going. I mean, it's amazing how much of you volunteer to help everyone and help us all keep these programs running, and we couldn't do it without wonderful moderators like you. I'm not on the YouTube, I'm on the StreamYard, so I don't know who has a wrench and who doesn't. But Viviani, I just wanted to let you know how much you mean to me, and to all the people who volunteer as moderators. You're all wonderful, and I do appreciate you all so much. Just had to put that
don't think she's still here, but next time I see her in a chat, which I see her often, I will
Mhm.
let her know to check the end of the video, and she can watch your beautiful message. So, and really quick, Ginger Faye also invited you onto her channel.
Ginger, will do. Are you going on now? I'm already dressed. I can just jump on right now.
There you go. While she's hot,
Right?
ready to go.
Get her while she's drunk. She'll do anything. She'll do anything.
Oh,
Oh, God.
another.
Well, Heather, I want to thank
Yes.
you so much.
Well, thank you, Miss Carol D, for joining me.
Yeah, this was a beautiful event. I really
Yes,
had a
it is.
wonderful time.
I did too.
And I
Thank
thank
you.
you for inviting me.
I know it's hard to get the whole process of getting dressed and getting ready without feeling well. So for you to go through and make that effort for me just really touches my heart. Thank you.
Oh, no. I'm
Love you to
sorry I did it.
pieces. So
And I was glad I finally got to wear my little
there you
lion
go. I gave you an
outfit.
excuse to. Yes.
Look, isn't it special?
It's sparkly too. I like the
Yeah.
metal part of it.
If you're going to be a drag queen, you might as well be a good drag queen.
There you go. Over the top, the more over the top, the better, right?
Over the top.
Alrighty. Thank you, Arwen. Yes, it was a great show and great readings. So thank you for everybody being here.
Yes. Thank you.
TYSM. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, I'm still learning. There's some that I look and go, what? Got it. So everybody have a great week. Check out our channels. Keep an eye on what's what, and we'll see you next time. Mwah. Bye.
Bye.